No, I won't. I won't walk that aisle. You took a step back, your hands trembling as your voice cracked. Tears blurred your vision, and your chest heaved as though your own ribs were suffocating you. Your father moved closer, his brows creased with desperation. Ryan, please. Only you can save us from this humiliation. Please, my child. You shook your head furiously. I'm sorry, Dad, but I can't. You don't understand. You don't know what you are asking of me. It's not just about stepping into her dress, it's. You choked, unable to say his name, as though even the memory of him burned your throat. Your mother's hands clutched yours tightly. Her voice was quivering but firm. Your sister was foolish, so blind. How could she not see the worth of a man like him? Jungkook is a good man. He stood there humiliated in front of everyone and still didn't walk away. Do you not see? Only you can fix this Wyan. If you take her place, you will save not only our family's name, but his dignity as well. The mention of his name made your heart slam violently against your ribcage. You turned away quickly, afraid they would see the storm in your eyes. Mom, Dad, please, don't ask me this. You don't know him like I do. Your voice dropped to a whisper, broken, desperate. You don't know what I did to him, what he thinks of me, but they only heard what they wanted. Your father sighed, shoulders sinking with the weight of disgrace. Do you want to see our family shattered? Do you want people to mock us, to call us liars, to say we raised daughters who betrayed us? Do you want your mother to never step out of this house again? Your sister has already brought shame by running away. Don't add to it. Your knees weakened, but you held your ground, whispering, I can't face him. I can't. He hates me. Why would he? Your mother said, tears in her eyes, but her tone relentless. Listen to us, Wayne. You'll thank us later. Sometimes life doesn't give us choices. Sometimes we must sacrifice. The word sacrifice cut straight through you because they didn't know the sacrifice wasn't just of your freedom, but of your sanity. Standing in front of Jungkook, who once loved you but now despised you, was more than you could bear. You sobbed, Why me? Why does it always have to be me? Your father cupped your face, forcing your gaze to meet his. His eyes, usually stern, glistened with vulnerability. Because you are stronger than your sister. Because you have always endured. Because right now you are the only one who can stop this family from breaking apart. Your mother added quickly, He won't reject you, Wyan. He is an honorable man. He waited for your sister. He stood even after she abandoned him. He will accept you. That's the kind of man he is. Someday you'll realize how fortunate you were. Fortunate. The word made bile rise in your chest. How could they call it fortunate when they were sending you into the arms of the man whose every glance would remind you of your betrayal? Your lips trembled as you whispered, You don't understand. He doesn't want me. He doesn't want this. He'll look at me and he will see a bride who didn't run away. Your father curtained sharply. He will see someone who honored her family and saved him from ridicule. If he cannot appreciate that, then it is his fault, not yours. You clenched your fist, your body shaking, heart screaming. You wanted to shout at them, to confess everything, that Jungkook wasn't just some groom your sister abandoned, that he was the boy you had once destroyed with your own hands, that he carried a wound carved by your betrayal, that marrying him meant standing under the crushing weight of his hate every single day. But you couldn't, because then they would see you as the reason for everything. Your guilt, your shame, your family's ruin. Your father's hand fell from your face, his shoulders sagging as he whispered hoarsely, Do this for us, Wyan. Please, don't make us beg again. Your mother squeezed your hand, her tears staining her cheeks. Please, my daughter, don't abandon us like she did. Don't let us collapse in front of everyone. You'll regret it if you don't save us today. You'll regret it forever. You turn away, your whole body trembling violently, your vision spinning. You wanted to scream, I already regret it. I regret everything I did to him. I regret every step that led me here. Instead, your voice came out as a fragile whisper, breaking under the weight of your parents' pleading. I can't bear his hate. They didn't understand. They thought you meant his disappointment, not the deep rooted loathing that lived in his eyes whenever they landed on you. You learn to live with it. Your mother whispered, pulling you into her arms. One day he'll see your worth. One day he'll forgive you. But you knew she was wrong because Jungkook wasn't the kind of a man who forgave, and you weren't sure you deserved it anyway. Your father gave one final push, his voice low but unyielding. If you walk away, Vian, it won't just be your sister who ruined us, it will be you. And we'll never recover from it. The words struck like a knife. You froze. In that moment, you realized you had no choice. You were trapped between your family's ruin and your own torment. And you couldn't bear to be the reason they broke. So with tears streaming down your face, your shoulders collapsing under the unreadable weight, you whispered the words that sealed your fate. I'll do it. The silence that followed was deafening. Your mother's relief came as a sob, her hands trembling as she cupped your face. My brave girl, you saved us. Your father nodded, though his eyes held guilt for forcing you. You won't regret this, Vian. But as they guided you toward the room where your sister's dress lay waiting, your heart whispered the truth you couldn't say aloud. I already regret everything. The heavy doors of the church creaked open, and your breath hitched. The weight of the veil pressed against your head, but it was nothing compared to the weight in your chest. Your father's arm hooked around yours, steady but trembling. Just walk with me, my child, he whispered, squeezing your hand. Don't falter. Everyone is watching. Your throat burned as you forced yourself to move. Step by step, the world blurred around you. The murmurs, the shocked gasps of the guests realizing you weren't your sister. They cut through you like knives. You could feel their stares judging, questioning. Your father's voice broke through again. Hold your head high, Vian. Don't let anyone think you are weak. But your knees threatened to buckle because at the end of the aisle, standing tall in his black suit, was John Jungkook, the man you once loved, the man who once shattered you, the man who now stood there waiting, calm, collected, as if this was exactly how he wanted it to be. Your breath shook. Why isn't he surprised? Why isn't he furious? The closer you came, the more the details of his face sharpened. His jaw set firm, his eyes like polished obsidian, locked onto you. He wasn't smiling, but he wasn't frowning either. His expression was unreadable, cold, yet purposeful, like a hunter who had finally cornered his prey. Don't stop, your father muttered as you faltered mid-step, your hand clenching his arm so tight it left marks. Your lips parted, whispering to yourself, I can't do this. I can't face him. Finally, you reached him. Your father placed your trembling hand into Jungkook's waiting palm. His hand was warm, steady, too steady. It made your skin burn. Jungkook leaned down slightly, his lips brushing close enough that only you could hear. His voice was low, velvety, and deliberate. Looks like fate finally decided to correct its mistake. Your heart stopped. The words weren't cruel, not on the surface, but they carried a weight, a hidden edge. He wasn't surprised because he had wanted this all along. He wasn't robbed of your sister, he was claiming you. You flinched, your eyes snapping up to meet his. What? You whispered, your voice barely audible under the priest's opening lines. His gaze flickered with something dangerous, something you couldn't name. Don't tremble like that, he murmured, tilting his head ever so slightly, eyes glinting under the golden light. You'll make them think I terrify you. Your lips quivered, but no sound came out. He didn't smile, he didn't reassure. His tone wasn't hateful, but it wasn't tender either. It was possessive. Your father gave your hand one last squeeze before stepping back. You'll thank us one day, he whispered, eyes soft with pride, completely oblivious of the storm. You swallowed hard, your chest rising and falling too quickly. And when you dared to glance up again, Jungkook's eyes never left you. The guests had already begun whispering. The priest continued speaking, and yet, for you, the world had narrowed to just him. And the worst part? His features remained carved in stone, unreadable, but you could feel his hate lingering beneath his composure. And yet, deep inside, there was something else, something that pulled at your chest, something that made your resolve shake with every second his hand held yours. You couldn't decide what hurt more, his hate or the terrifying possibility that he didn't hate you at all. The vows were exchanged, your voice quivering, his voice steady, and then came the words that sealed you. You may now kiss the bride. Time froze. You wanted to disappear, wanted to scream no, but Jungkook didn't give you a chance. His hand slid to the back of your neck, firm, inescapable, and before you could even gasp, his lips were on yours. The kiss wasn't soft, it wasn't gentle, it was consuming. You didn't know if it held anger or victory, hate or hunger, but it wasn't cold, not at all, it burned. Your knees weakened, your heart crashed against your ribs, and for one terrifying, breathless moment, you didn't feel his hate. You felt something else, something dangerous, something you couldn't name. When he pulled away, his eyes lingered on yours, unflinching. He spoke quietly so only you could hear. Now there's no running. Your breath trembled, and all you could think was, what have I done? The ceremony had ended hours ago. The house was filled with congratulations, laughter, and the clinking of glasses, but none of it reached you. All you could hear was the frantic beat of your own heart, the memory of Jungkook's lips pressed against yours in front of the crowd. You didn't even know what that kiss meant. Was it anger? Was it ownership? Was it revenge? All you knew was that it had shaken something inside you, dragged old wounds wide open. Now, in the silence of your shared room, the air was suffocating. You stood near the dresser, fingers nervously tugging at your veil, your wedding gown heavy like chains around you. Behind you, Jungkook sat lazily in a chair, his jacket discarded, the top button of his shirt undone. His dark eyes followed you like shadows, calm, controlled, but sharp enough to slice through you. Finally, his voice broke the silence, low and taunting. So, you took this opportunity, huh? You froze, your hands stilling mid-air. Slowly you turned toward him, confusion and frustration twisting inside you. I had no interest. I was forced into this. His lips curved, not in amusement but in mockery. A bitter laugh slipped out of him. Of course, you always have excuses for your doings, for leaving and now for coming back. Your chest tightened. His words stung more than they should because they weren't lies. Don't twist it. I didn't come back to you, Jungkook. I came because they left me no choice. I'll leave your life soon enough. Don't worry. He pushed off the wall, crossing the room in a few slow steps until he was standing right in front of you. The air thickened, his presence overwhelming. He bent down just slightly, his dark eyes trapping yours. But I won't let you. This time, I'll decide. Your lips parted, shock and confusion tangling your breath. Why? You hate me. You made that clear years ago. His jaw flexed. Hate? He tilted his head, almost scoffing. Do you even know what I felt when you left that night without a word? When you chose silence over me? When you let me stand there like a fool, waiting for a woman who had already decided I wasn't worth the fight? Your throat went dry. You shook your head slowly. You don't understand. No. He cut in sharply, his voice laced with suppressed anger. You don't understand. I fought for you against everyone, even when it ruined me. And you slipped away just like that. You didn't even trust me enough to stand by my side. You decide to let the rumors make you choose. You swallowed hard, your chest tightening as the weight of those years pressed down. Do you think I wanted to? My hands were tied, Jungkook. I had no choice. He leaned closer, his breath brushing your skin, his voice harsh and quiet. You always had a choice, but you didn't choose me. You shut your eyes, the ache in your chest unbearable. Then what do you want from me now? You whispered. If it's revenge, then take it. If it's hate, then give it. I'll accept anything. Just don't expect me to explain the past again. I can't. For a long moment, he only stared at you. His features remained hard, but there was something flickering in his eyes, anger tangled with something deeper, something unspoken. Finally, his lips curved again, this time into something colder and darker. Revenge? No, that would be too easy. Hate? I have wasted enough of my life drowning in that. What I want now? He paused, his voice dropping lower. Is for you to stay. This time, I won't let you run. You'll pay for what you did. Not by leaving me again, but by living with me, day after day. Your breath caught in your throat. His words weren't sharp knives anymore. They were chains, heavy and unyielding. Jungkook, you whispered, your voice breaking. But he didn't soften. Instead, he leaned even closer, his eyes burning into yours. This time, Ryan, it's my turn to decide your fate. Back in college, Jungkook wasn't the cold, unreadable man everyone knew today. He was intense, yes, but warm only for you. His world revolved around you. He confessed in his own ways, carrying your books, waiting outside your class, memorizing your favorite coffee order, and though he never said I love you, back then you both knew it, everyone around you knew it. But then something happened. One evening there was a rumor, a whisper story that spread like wildfire across campus that Jungkook had been seen with another girl, Hana. Not just seen, but holding her close, protecting her, whispering things in her ear. Some even swore they saw him leaving her dorm late at night. You didn't want to believe it. You knew how Jungkook looked at you, how he treated you like you were his whole universe. But then Hana herself came to you. She told you things. She said Jungkook loved her, that he only toyed with you because you were easy to keep hanging. She said he pitied you, that you were nothing but a distraction until his father arranged a marriage for him. And worst of all, she had proof, a photo, Jungkook's arm around her, his head tilting close as if whispering in her ear. It crushed you, and when you confronted him, he denied it. His eyes burned with hurt that you would even ask, You really think I could do that to you? He had said, almost begging you to believe him, but you were too heartbroken, too angry, and too betrayed. You accused him of lying, of making you a fool. He had reached for your hand, desperate, but you pulled away. That was the night you walked out of his life without looking back. What you didn't know was that Hana set it all up. She was the one who dragged him aside, leaning too close, knowing someone would snap a photo. She was the one who spread the rumors because she couldn't stand watching Jungkook love you when she wanted him for herself. And Jungkook, he waited days, weeks, months. He thought you would come back when you calmed down, when you realized the truth. But you never did. To him, your silence wasn't just rejection. It was betrayal. He gave you his heart and you didn't even trust him enough to protect it. You left him broken, and worse, you made him believe he wasn't worth fighting for. The wound turned to hate, and hate grew into the armor he now wore. Years passed, both your lives moved forward, but not toward peace. Then fate intervened in the cruelest way. Your father received a marriage proposal for your elder sister. The John family, wealthy, powerful, and influential, wanted to bind families through marriage. Jungkook's father spoke clearly. His son would wed your sister. But Jungkook, he had different plans. He had waited too long, held back too much. This time he wouldn't let anyone decide for him. Not his father, not you, not fate. And so when the proposal was brought to your home, Jungkook's silence was deliberate. He watched as names were exchanged, as your parents' excitement bubbled, and then, at the right moment, he cut through the room like a blade. "I'll marry her," he had said. Everyone thought he meant your sister. But when his eyes met yours across the room, you knew that cold fire in his gaze was for you. It wasn't a coincidence. It was never about your sister. It was about him reclaiming what was taken from him years ago. About you.